Kelly here. KFI, iHeartRadio app, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts at, you can find me. Hope your Thursday, excuse me, getting ahead of myself. I was ready to get into the weekend. Hope your Wednesday was great. Okay, so actually it leads into what I was going to talk about. I am looking forward to this weekend like nobody's business. So Thursday is my Friday. So typically, I should say, instead of, a normal week, this would be my Thursday. This is my next to last day of the week. As you know, Mark Ronner, good evening, Mark. He's going to be filling in the big chair on both Friday and Monday.
Looking forward to it.
And I'm looking forward to listening.
Got all the movie stuff ready to go. We're going to do mostly what you would normally do.
All right. It's up to you. You're captain of the ship, and you will go down with the ship if it should go down.
Well, thank you for that. It's been fun.
All right. Are you more like Pike or Kirk?
Oh, you have to
Janeway?
ask. I can't even have this discussion with you. It's Kirk or go home.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. Well, the reason why I'm talking about this is because I rarely pack in advance. I usually just, do it the night before because everything is then fresh in my mind. I don't have to worry about forgetting anything because I have laid eyes on it. I'm aware of it. For some reason, I started packing today, and I had a full-on OCD fit. We talked about this a few weeks ago where I read the story about people who may be on the spectrum, just not diagnosed as an adult. And I talked about all the hangups that I have, and all the non-doctors in the studio felt that I probably exhibited serious OCD. They're not wrong, but that was the diagnosis. Well, today, getting ready to go on this cruise, 12 Sharp is going to be going on as well. There'll be about 10 members of my family. So it's not like, it's very relaxed. I should not be uptight about anything. But I stood at least for an hour in my closet staring at the array of clothes to get on a cruise in which I have to take no suits, no formal clothing, not even jeans. And I was paralyzed because I could not get together what I was going to wear on Friday to get on the ship, what I was going to wear Saturday, what I was going to wear Sunday when we're in port in Ensenada, and what I was going to wear just for Monday morning to drive home because the ship gets back into port early Monday morning.
I want to help you come out of the closet.
Mark.
He waited.
Mark.
He teed that up from the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we knew you were waiting.
No, I'm here to help.
See, and Stefan is not even going to reward you for that lack of effort.
I don't need that.
Yes, you do.
I mean, I'd like it.
But, as I was saying, a literal hour, and I turned around and I looked at both dogs staring at me, and they were looking at me like, what the frick is wrong with you, dude? Because as far as they could tell, I'm just staring at a wall. But I'm looking at clothes, and I'm paralyzed because I can't decide what I'm going to wear. It's like all I'm going to do is put on some sort of sweats and a T-shirt, or shorts and a T-shirt, or it's going to be maybe one pair of jeans in the evening and a T-shirt. And, oh, you don't know this. I almost never wear T-shirts. The only time I do wear T-shirts is on vacation. Outside of that, I usually wear a polo, some sort of collared shirt. That's just what I do when I come to work. If you see me in a T-shirt, I'm either at home doing housework or I'm on some sort of vacation. I just don't wear T-shirts. Well, I have like 150 T-shirts at home because when you work in this business, you get all sorts of free T-shirts from here, there, everywhere. You go to an event, you go to a convention, you go to an alumni reunion, you get a T-shirt, and I just throw them all in the closet. Well, I was looking through all those T-shirts, and I said, what am I going to wear on Friday? Well, I got to wear this. Well, I can't wear that. Well, I have to wear this. And I was just paralyzed, and I realized there's something wrong with me. There's really something wrong with me. I mean, beyond what you say, Mark. I mean, there's something completely different from what you say is wrong with me.
You can call me at these times. I can talk you through it.
I don't even have your number.
Go ahead and mock, but I want to help you. So it's OCD. How about some NPD?
What is that?
Narcissistic personality disorder.
Oh, I thought you said MPD.
I'm going down the alphabet to figure out what you got.
No, I wouldn't consider myself a narcissist, but I will say I have a very healthy ego but not at the expense of other people. And a narcissist there's no limitation to, it's all about that person. I would like to believe that I think about other people in my decisions, how I work with other people.
I see. So you're stuck in the closet and you can't come out of the closet.
We're back.
And the dogs are giving you the stink eye.
Yes, because I would not play with them, and they don't understand why I'm just motionless in the closet, my head going left and right, looking at various things to wear, and I couldn't move past it. It's like what I had to lay out what I was going to wear Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and then I made some 25 different decisions, and I said, am I going to wear these socks or those socks? And it was a self-realization moment where it's like, you need help.
And you have to have backups too, backup shirts, because you know you're going to get something on at least one of them.
Well, that's true. No, that's why. Like, I could have an outfit for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but I know I'll probably go work out or something, or I'll get something on, as you were saying, or I'll want to change my mind and I have to think about all these scenarios in advance. And I was just frozen. Let it go. Frozen. Couldn't move. Am I the only one that happens to?
No, not at all. I get that sometimes. Sometimes I can't choose between black T-shirts in the stack at my place before I come to work.
Oh, I'm the same way. I got like 4 different black polos, and I said, am I going to do A, B, or C, or D? And to the untrained eye, they look identical.
Well, those people don't understand.
They don't. Are you mocking me, or are you agreeing with me?
Well, actually, quite a bit of both. It's a little from column A and a little from column B. I do the same thing, and I've got OCD with books and every other thing in my life, so I understand exactly what you're saying.
Oh, you mentioned books.
Yeah.
All my books, if they're on a shelf, the binders, the text has to be reading in the same direction, and they have to be organized by height.
But not color. Don't say color.
No, not color.
Because that's going to drive me nuts.
That's my closet. I have to put all the shirts of one color together.
Okay.
It might be black shirts and blue shirts and dead serious.
What?
Dead serious. And I tease my wife about her OCD, and hers is 10 times worse than me. I'm not a neat freak, but the things that I need in order have to be in order. And sometimes I get locked up. My brain will get locked up, and I can't get past certain moments. Look, I give away an hour of my day when it should have taken me 10 minutes at most. I'm wearing shorts and a shirt. It ain't that freaking complicated on the surface. But for me, and it's not like I need the perfect outfit because I'm trying to woo someone on the ship. No. I just need to be comfortable. That's it.
Do you wear the little ankle footy socks?
They're called quarter.
Is that what they're called? I thought they were footies.
No. The footy ones, those don't cover the ankle. These cover the ankle.
Okay, I like them low rise, but have you had the discussion with your wife that those have to match? And she's like, just get 2 out of the drawer. Nobody sees them anyway.
No. Oh, I'm glad you said that.
Okay.
I have some. They're really inexpensive, so don't think they're expensive. They're Ralph Lauren socks, but the logo is on the outside of the sock. So if I get 2 right socks, that means the logo will be on the right side on both of the socks, and I can't wear those. I have to have them matching, where the logo's on the right side, on my right foot, and the logo's, stop laughing at me, Steph, and the logo has to be on the outside of the left.
His pain is real. Cut it out.
No. This is for real.
I can relate to almost everything that you said, except when it comes to the socks, because there's been days where I was late and I will have 2 different pairs, completely different pairs of socks.
Can't do that. I will drive my ass home. I'm being serious.
Oh, man.
There's one time I've actually gone to the store and gotten some socks because it bothers me. And when I sing karaoke or sing in the church choir, I always need my socks pulled up, all the way up. I can't feel them dropping. That's part of the reason why I wear low-rise socks, so I don't feel them drooping.
But you like the feeling of pants around your ankles? Touching? I don't like that.
No, it doesn't touch my ankles because the socks are, I have like dress socks on today because I did Spectrum
So
TV.
they come above the ankle.
Yes.
Not below the ankle.
Like, for example, you can't see me, but I always wear a white undershirt.
Yeah.
And that has to be tucked into my underwear because I don't like the shirt touching my skin.
I can dig that.
Okay.
I mean, you've never seen me without an undershirt under a t-shirt or something like that.
That's all I'm saying. Okay.
I mean,
my weird is not Mark's weird.
No, you just crossed the line. That's kind of sick.
I know we're late real quick, but
go ahead, get some of this.
Yeah. You talking about tucking your shirt into your underwear. I have always had a thing where if I'm like laying down and I have, even if it's a PJ shirt, I can't have it touching my neck. So I always have it around my mouth.
Right.
And
Wait, what?
And my ex was like, what are you talking about? And after like a long time of just sitting with me, she's like, oh, I kind of get it now. I don't like it there. It just bugs me. So I get that.
Yeah, I don't like certain material touching my skin.
Hell, I'm trying to decide between a duffel bag and a suitcase. I mean, I don't know what's going on here.
I already got that worked out. See, that thing I planned ahead. I'm down to just a backpack. I know how to do this. I'm a master at this.
Koala, if you want to provoke people, bring your stuff in a plastic grocery bag.
I might.
It's a real icebreaker, I promise you.
I mean,
don't let Mark outside anymore.
No.
Take away his privileges. It's later with Mo Kelly. KFI AM 640. We have a Metro update, and actually it's good news, or they think it's good news. I don't know if it's good news. We'll talk about it next.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Okay, last time I talked about Metro, I got out in front, and I got ahead of myself, got over my skis, as they say. I said, hey, no one got stabbed today. No one got shot. No one got assaulted on Metro today. And unbeknownst to me, all of that was happening in the previous days because I got caught up in coverage of the DNC and missed some of the assaults on Metro. So it made me look real bad or worse than usual. So this time I'm not going to make any such pronouncement. I'm just going to go with the story I have in front of me. LA Metro has great news that they are sharing, or at least that's how they're positioning it. July, as in last month, marked the 20th consecutive month of year-to-year ridership growth for the LA County MTA, LA Metro. The agency had 25.5 million boardings in July on its bus and rail services. You would think that's great news, right? That's how they're positioning it, as it's great news. But here's the reality. You need context, and here's the context. It was reaching 81.8% of its July 2019 pre-COVID ridership level. So despite the 20 months of consecutive year-to-year, 20 months of consecutive growth, it's still only at 81.8% of what it was pre-COVID. So you can spin this any number of ways. You can talk about, yes, ridership is growing. But the fact is, maybe it would have gotten back to 100% of pre-COVID ridership level if there weren't so many stabbings, shootings, sexual assaults, maimings, any of those things. Because I tend to believe that probably the crime, the homelessness, all that kind of stuff probably has a negative impact. That's for you, Mark. A negative impact on ridership. I'm quite sure someone decided not to get on Metro today, yesterday, last week, last month because of the safety issues. Bus ridership. Let's go inside the numbers. According to Metro, bus ridership in July saw 19.7 million rides taken for a 9.84% year-over-year ridership increase compared to July 2023. Well, okay, Mo, what does that mean in relation to pre-COVID? Well, that's only 82.9%. So still, you are far below what was on buses prior to COVID. Well, let's talk about trains or rails. In July, the agency says rail boardings were 5.8 million, reflecting a gain of 3.23% versus July 2023. Wow, that sounds like it's up, right? Well, let's compare it to July 2019. It's only 78.4% of July 2019. Still a long way to go. And we're well past, I would say, the pandemic limitations of ridership. Let's go to leisure ridership. Leisure travelers rode LA Metro to concerts, festivals, sporting events, leisure stuff. MTA says July 2024 had more weekday events, which were a driver of overall ridership growth during the month, with weekday bus ridership up 7.4% and weekday rail ridership up 2.3%. Wow. There's more good news coming out of Metro. How about the fare programs? The agency's reduced price transit pass program, such as the Student Go Pass program, we told you about that offers free transit passes to K through 12 and community college students. We told you about that. And we also told you about the low income fare program, which provides free rides and reduced fares to low income customers, helping those who may need it the most. Well, in July, LA's Metro's Go Pass program had 479,000 boardings, a 19% year-over-year increase compared to that same time last year. And you would think all these increasing statistics that it's just great news that you can see people are flocking back to Metro when in actuality they're not. They're not. But check this out. At the end of the report, they put the public safety. They buried it at the end because you would think that should be up front. But no. They don't want you to know that first. Here is what LA Metro is also celebrating. Quote, a new pilot program that would create taller fare gates at up to 3 rail stations to, quote, deter gate jumping. This is all a part of their public safety plan. Expansion of the tap to exit program that requires riders to tap fare cards to enter and exit to all 10 end-of-line stations to discourage fare evasion. We talked about that. And get this. This is really important. Expansion of the elevator open door pilot from 21 elevators to 57 elevators. I didn't know what the hell that was. Still not sure, but this is what it is. It leaves the doors open until called upon and dissuades non-transit elevator use. That should help a lot or not at all. Also, expansion of the smart restroom pilot from 10 stations to 64 and transit centers. And you get a bathroom, and you get a bathroom, and you get a toilet. There's more. A new pilot program to test 2 weapons detection technologies at 2 transit hubs on the rail system. That's all a part of this master public safety plan. But wait, there's more. Keep its employees and customers safe and ensure they feel safe through an increased visible presence of uniformed personnel. It didn't say law enforcement. It just said uniformed personnel. It could be a janitor for all we know. Station improvements and improved bus safety measures. They don't tell you what they are. What is improved bus safety measure? Are you saying that the bus drivers are going to be carrying knives? I don't know what that means exactly. It's very vague. Ensure the system is being used only for its intended purpose of transit through fare gate improvements and removal of trespassers. And they're going to continue to partner with the county, the cities, and regional agencies to address societal issues such as homelessness, untreated mental illness, and drug addiction. What in the hell does that mean? They're going to continue to partner. But wait, there's lastly this. I know we got to go to break, but this is very important. LA Metro ambassadors, and I'm reading straight from the press release. LA Metro ambassadors are also out in force on LA Metro's 6 rail lines and 5 of the busiest bus lines to provide support to customers. If that doesn't make you feel better about Metro and make you want to go get a fare card and take the Metro from one end of the line to the other, I don't know what will. I don't know what people are so upset about. I don't know what you want. They're giving it all to you right here. Metro ambassadors, more bathrooms, elevators with doors that stay open, and taller gates. Damn it. It's later with Mo Kelly. KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Later.
You may not know this. You may not even believe this. But you are one diagnosis away from being bankrupt. One. Not 2, 1. And if it doesn't apply to you, then God bless you. But let's just say it doesn't bankrupt you. Mr. Mo Kelly here, KFI. You may have tons and tons of medical debt, which you may never crawl out from under. And if you haven't been listening to me for many years, over the years when I was hosting the Mo Kelly show here on KFI on the weekends, Tuwala Sharp, producer, and I would often detail the cost of just the seemingly trivial procedures. There's a point to all this, so bear with me. Just getting a blood test, just getting any type of lab work, just staying in the hospital for a night can run tens of thousands of dollars. And imagine you don't have medical insurance or significant or sufficient insurance. You could have $100,000 worth of medical debt inside of a week. And I don't think I'm exaggerating. Am I, Tuwala? Am I in the wheelhouse?
No, you're being very generous.
Okay.
Being very generous.
So the politics of universal health care aside, just know you are one diagnosis away from being bankrupted, most likely. And if you survive it, you have tons of medical debt that you probably won't be able to pay in a timely fashion, and your credit is going to go straight to hell. Well, let me tell you about Senate Bill 1061, which would remove medical debt from credit reports and prohibit debt collectors from reporting patients' medical debt information to credit agencies. It would pertain specifically to debt owed to a medical provider, such as a hospital or doctor's office. It's passed the assembly. That happened on Monday, and it's heading to the state Senate for a final vote. And you may think like, well, yeah, of course. Well, it's been a long road to get to this point. And because healthcare has been so politicized, sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees. And if you've ever dealt with credit, let's say you want to buy a car, you want to buy a house, and you have you didn't pay your phone bill on time, that can sit on your credit for 5 to 7 years. And it's difficult to get out from under it. Now imagine having $200,000 worth of medical debt, which is very reasonable and quite conceivable. How do you move forward with your life? In other words, you beat cancer, but how do you move forward with your life? Because your credit has been shot to hell because you're spending all that you could to keep from ending up homeless and to stay your ass alive. Now you have all this debt. You ruin your credit. You can't get that car. You can't get that house. You can't get the next credit card you may need to get you to the next point in life because of all this medical debt. That's where this bill comes in. And I'm not telling you what to vote for. I'm not telling you what to support. I'm not saying that you should get behind this. I'm saying that if you have yet to deal with a serious medical issue, as my late pastor would always tell me, just keep on living. Oh, it's coming. Oh, it's definitely coming. And you will have to make a financial decision as far as how you're going to pay for it or not pay for it. And if you don't pay for it immediately, well, it will, or at least prior to now, it may end up on your credit report and you'll never get out from under it. Or you could die because you can't afford it because let's say your credit's not good as it is and you can't get credit to help pay. It's all bad because that's the state of healthcare in America, because universal healthcare is socialism. Who said that?
Look, I can tell you for a fact that I'd say just over half of all of my debt is absolutely, positively medical debt. Let's go beyond the transplant. Let's go with just the cost of.
We're talking about maintenance.
Just maintenance. Just the fact that I have to go and see the doctor every 2 months, and the fact that all the different hospitalizations and I have insurance. I was literally picking up a prescription the other day, and for a month, this prescription is $40. At first they said, well, here's your 3 month supply for $120. And I'm like, well, let's just do the month right now.
Right.
Let's just take care of that month right now. I'm about to go on a cruise. Just got a new car. Let's just hold back on that $120. And then I said, well, what is it without the insurance? They showed me that price without the insurance. I almost had to choke the damn pharmacist. I'm like, if you don't get that ungodly price away from me, how can anyone pay that? No one, and you need this to maintain your transplant, and you're telling me this could be some $1,000+ for a month's supply without insurance?
And you could theoretically, hypothetically, wouldn't wish it on you. You could lose your job and then lose your insurance, because that is something, your maintenance on your transplants for life. It's not like if you can hold on for another year or so, you're good. Okay, this is something you would need for the rest of your life.
Yes.
You could theoretically lose your job, lose your insurance, and then be held to pay that amount just to keep yourself alive.
Just to stay alive, just to keep this transplant functioning, or risk possibly going back on dialysis. And let's not talk about the cost of dialysis.
So it'd be very easy for you to end up bankrupt inside of a year. Is that fair?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And to have something like this not have to hit your credit report anymore, to just be able to pay on these bills without being buried. Because we're talking about people who may not even have super insurance, who may have to suffer. Look, dialysis, the number of people in California that are on dialysis, and each dialysis treatment can run you at a minimum $20,000. Look, let's just stop the game.
But let me throw another wrinkle in this. We all know that there are some employers who will check potential employees' credit and use that as a parameter for potential employment.
Yeah.
So if your credit's already messed up because of your medical issues and you need the job so you can get the insurance to help deal with the medical issues, and saying nothing of the payments, it is what they say, a vicious cycle. No, it's not a cycle. It's just going straight to hell. It's just, you can't win. You can't get out from under it. So if anything, someone said it long ago, I think it was maybe Ted Kennedy, he said, good policy is good politics. And if we're going to politicize healthcare, then at least get good policy out of it. This, on its face, without going into all the minutiae, is good policy because it helps people. It's later with Mo Kelly, KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. And when we come back, we're going to go down to the Orange County area and talk about the Anaheim Ducks.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
When I first cut the cord, I needed to have live sports. That was my concern. And streaming was very new. There weren't many places that I could find live sports other than going to a bar. And as a hockey fan, a Kings fan specifically, sorry, Ducks, as a hockey fan, it was even more difficult because the NHL did not have the type of television deals that the NBA and the NFL and Major League Baseball had. It was much more difficult to find Kings games on TV, and especially in an online or a streaming sense. Well, all that is changing. Let me tell you how and why. The Anaheim Ducks are moving their local broadcasts to a free streaming service. And if you're a Ducks fan, this is so very cool. If you're a Kings fan, you should be jealous. And the Anaheim Ducks, they're not the first team to do it. They're just the latest team to move their local broadcasts from a regional sports network to a combination of direct-to-consumer streaming and local broadcasts, meaning you'll be able to still watch it on your local broadcast channel, but it will also be offered on a streaming service for free. The Ducks announced yesterday that 65 games next season will be broadcast over the air here in the LA area. They're also partnering on a multi-year deal with Victory Plus streaming service, where they would stream all games free of charge. Of course, there'll probably be commercials with every type of sports broadcast, but as if you're watching it over the air broadcast. I don't know about you. I would love to have this for all my sports teams, but it's almost impossible the way the economics work. But if you're a Ducks fan, this is significant. The Ducks are the third team in the NHL to announce a change to their broadcast model, and also the third team to use Victory Plus streaming service. I've never used Victory Plus. I have to check it out to see what else they offer. And I'm not sure whether you'll be able to watch the Ducks games if you're out of market. Let's say you're on a business trip to Seattle or something, or you're a Ducks fan and you've relocated to Amarillo, Texas or something like that. You're living out of market. I don't think, just like the other sports streaming services, I don't think you'll be able to watch the games. It would just be for people in market, but that's still half the battle. The over-the-air games that I was telling you about, it will be on Fox 11 Plus, which is Channel 13 out here. I don't know why they call it Fox 11 Plus. I know KTTV and KCOP, they kind of share stations and bandwidths, but they say it's going to be on KCOP Channel 13 for the Ducks games. They haven't announced the broadcasters for the streaming service, but I guess they'll be choosing a new team. Broadcast team, and the streaming app from Victory Plus is not available as of yet, but it will be available for your smart TV, for tablets, smartphones, obviously desktop computers starting next month. And if you're in the regional territory of Orange County, Los Angeles County, Riverside County, San Bernardino, San Diego, Imperial, Santa Barbara, and Ventura counties, as well as Hawaii. Wow, okay, that's out of market. But you'll be allowed and able to watch the games. It will be a free ad-supported streaming service. And if anything, you always want to take notice of how an industry is moving. And this may be something that more and more, at least NHL teams, may jump on this bandwagon. And some months ago, we talked about some of the expiring deals in Major League Baseball, like with the Padres and other teams, where I'm thinking, I don't know this to be true, but I'm thinking that possibly Major League Baseball may move in the same direction. So this will be interesting to see as we watch the evolution of the streaming market, whether there will be more and more sports broadcasts available. It's Later with Mo Kelly, KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Ignorance is bliss. We have zero bliss. Completely blissless.
KFI
and KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live.